Do you have anything else that you want to add? Or actually, Martha, do you have any questions for Cass?
Hello,
as the
Martha Flammer,
public
Cass,
guardian?
Sylvia.
Good seeing you.
Yes.
Yes, I think around the mental health community.
Oh, I'd love to talk about it.
Great. There's, we have a budget challenge ahead of us.
Huge.
And families are really concerned about what's
I
going to
know.
happen to their loved ones. And I'd just like to hear how you will contribute to giving guidance to the board on those issues.
Well, I would say basically, I can only show them what works and what doesn't work with my office. I'm autonomous from the local mental health department, and they receive lots of money, spend lots of money, and have not been able to pull their budget into line, and it's no one's fault. It's the state shorting everyone on realignment. I don't even get any realignment in my department. I run on a really tight budget of primarily about 50% our general fund money from the county, and then I have quite a chunk, over $200,000 a year we bring in on what's called targeted case management, which is the allow Medi-Cal reimbursement when you have unduplicated services to vulnerable people on Medi-Cal. So it's a complicated paperwork up the kazoo program, but worth it because in return I'm supplementing something that I would lose otherwise in my budget. And then the other part of our budget is fees for services, and an interesting thing where we pool funds of all of our clients, and we pay the client what the market value is, and because we have a bigger chunk, we get a little dividend. Believe me, that's been way off lately, but with the interest at banks. But mental health has deficits that I think I think before June we're going to just be gasping and amazed. I can't fix them. I can only do what I do, which is every service on our conservatorship side is involuntary and court ordered. We are not a program open to anybody. You have to, unfortunately, be severely mentally ill to fall into the LPS conservatorship. And probate folks are frail elderly mostly, but also developmentally disabled, and those are folks that have no one else to act for them, or the person who would have wanted to act has been disqualified for whatever reason, often financial abuse. So those two types of conservatorship, probate, horribly named after the California Probate Code, and LPS, named for the three legislators, Lanterman, Petrus, and Short. They created that in the Welfare and Institutions Code after Ronald Reagan, the then governor, opened up the state mental hospitals, and like is similarly is done in many aspects of government at times, they'll cut something off before they've properly funded the program. So what he said is turn these people out of the state hospitals. We had about 10 at the time. We currently only have 3. And by turning them out, the idea was that these people would be picked up by family and get reestablished in the community and go and apply for benefits. What a joke, you know. These many very institutionalized people, many very disabled people who, for whatever reasons, landed in these situations. Well, the intent of the law was to stop commitment. We don't even use the word commitment in California. So when those 3 legislators had the huge impact of what happened, unfortunately, the timing, at the same time the biggest wave of Vietnam vets came back, the late 60s, early 70s, California experienced all these homeless, PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome folks, the release of the mentally ill folks out of the institutions, and all of a sudden everybody noticed, especially metropolitan areas, they noticed this increase in homelessness I mean, where most of us grew up, we didn't even have homeless and maybe just a few bums near the railroad tracks. Bums, who are those people? You know, we don't know exactly what's going on with them, but all of a sudden California became the hotbed of people who needed services. So those legislators scrambled and created within the Welfare and Institutions Code what we call the LPS Act. And that is, people don't know this, that kind of conservatorship lasts 1 year. The word commitment is not even in the act, and the idea is that you give a person the treatment they need right now, at whatever level, with the caveat that they must be stepped down to the lowest level that fits their situation. And that means that the people who are managing them need to find the most appropriate placement, get them the most appropriate medical care, psychiatric care, whatever, and then before the 10-month point of that person's year-long conservatorship, we are already, they're like our children, so we're well informed, but we are already walking through all the steps to, would a lower level of care be enough for this person at this time? They've already titrated up on meds, leveled out, titrated down. Hopefully that's the perfect picture. But what's next?